licenses are the mechanics of what is really sort of a social contract with people who agree to build software together, right? And the more you dig into the guts of licenses, the more you can distract from the point, which is to build a digital commons that we can all share.
In the world of proprietary software, licenses are used to state very precisely what you cannot do with the software and what you're permitted to do. Typically, in the free and open source world, licenses are intended to allow sharing. That's the overall objective.
Before coming to Red Hat, I was a lawyer at the Software Freedom Law Center, which is a law firm that represents free software and open source software projects. The main part of my work there was actually working on GPL version 3, the drafting of the new version of the GPL. The GPL was really the first kind of conscious effort. It wasn't the first free software license, but it was the first conscious effort to use licensing to kind of turn the legal system around and encourage software sharing rather than restrict software sharing. So the mechanism of the GPL is called copyleft, which is a play on words of copyright. It captures the idea of taking copyright and turning it around. Instead of restricting rights, you grant freedoms. And the way the GPL basically works is it says, here is some software you can do pretty much whatever you want with it. You have to keep the notices and so forth. But if you change it and you give it to others, if you make improvements to it, your license has to be the same license I just gave you. So it has the effect of keeping software free even as it is modified.
Once free, always free. Once the software has been provided under a copyleft license, it is always subject to the copyleft license.
The problem is that there are people who understand perfectly well how free and open source software really works, and it just scares them to death. So they have been fairly successful in sort of propagating this idea that free software is somehow infectious. And if you use it too much or you put it in the wrong place, then it sort of creeps through your organization like an ooze, killing everything in sight, which is, you know, ridiculous.
There's no viral aspect. Software doesn't jump out and hurt other software or people. What in fact is the case is it's necessary to read licenses, both proprietary licenses and free and open source software licenses, to understand what they say, what the limitations are.
To some degree, these licenses are the ground rules of communities. We're kind of taking the ecosystem as we find it, including its legal structure, and trying to kind of help better understand it and explain it and make it easier for developers to do their work.